And I'm back, and what I got here today is this is my Volvo. Now this problem I'm going to explain to you can happen on any vehicle. So the car is running normally, but you might have a check engine light that shows up, and if you check that with a code reader, it'll be a PO 440, which is part of the emission control system. Now I did some videos on this particular car actually a couple weeks ago, and if you look up in here, I've linked them. So it talks about that emission control system that basically captures fuel vapor from the gas tank and burns it in the engine at a certain interval. And if that doesn't work right, you can get codes and trouble. And so you can look up there for the deeper dive into this. But quite simply, what I had was the engine was running fine. The engine light came on. I got a PO 440, which is a generic code for the evaporative emission system. And I went to a gas station and I filled the tank. And immediately the car wouldn't start. Okay, and that's a classic symptom of a certain failure of a component on any vehicle. And what it is, it's the purge valve for the emission control canister. And I'm going to show you on a drawing here in a moment, but that little purge valve on this particular car is right here. It's that item right there. And all it is a solenoid valve. Okay, so briefly how the evaporative emission system works is you have your gas tank, and that's the filling cap there. Then you have pipes that connect the vapor that comes off the top of the fuel to a vapor canister that's filled with activated charcoal. And what it does is it acts as a bit of a holding tank for the vapors from the fuel tank. And there is a vent solenoid that's attached to a hose that goes to atmosphere here. What happens is the fuel vapor gets trapped in the activated charcoal, even though there is a vent solenoid here to atmosphere. It seems a little contradictory, but that's how it works. This is normally open, and what will happen every now and then during the driving cycle is this valve will close, the computer will close it, and it will allow a bit of pressure to build in the system, and that's how it knows if there's any leaks or if there's any malfunctions in the system. And then it'll open and resume. So, but if it closes and does a test and the pressure isn't right in the system, it'll set a trouble code, which you'll get on your dash. You'll get that check engine light. Okay, now the other component up here is what they call a purge solenoid valve. It's normally closed. It's right here. It's electrically controlled by the computer, and that passes the vapor from the canister to the intake manifold to be burned in the engine at certain intervals during the driving cycle. But it can't be open all the time. So in this case, what happens is this valve will shut periodically to do a test on the system as you're driving along. And if this is open instead of being closed, the system's not going to build up any pressure. So it's going to set a check engine light. Okay, and so I had been on a road trip with the car, and I got a check engine light. And the check engine light was PO 440, which is a generic fault in the evaporative emission system somewhere. Okay, so I reset the code with the little code reader that I have, and it reappeared. And I reset it again, and I was far from home, but I had been using fuel out of the tank, of course, and I got low on gas, so I went to a gas station. You know, the car had been running fine, it just that the light had showed up, and I figured, okay, it was a small leak, it wasn't anything major, and I continued to drive the car. But I went to the gas station, and I filled the tank. Now, I just filled it to when it stopped, you know, when the filling nozzle stops. I don't fill it beyond that. I don't try and squeeze the tank full. So I filled it up and it clicked off, and I got in the car to drive away, and right away it wouldn't start. And it was really hard to start. You know, a number of attempts right there at the pump. I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to have to get towed out of here, right? So, but eventually it started, it ran rough, and then it finally cleared up, and I drove home with it. And the symptom of that is, as I explained earlier, is this purge solenoid valve that's normally closed. And it's a symptom of that being stuck open. And what happens is if this is stuck open, the intake manifold is always flooded with a high concentration of fuel vapor from the canister when it's not supposed to be. So what happens at the gas station, why it makes a change when you fill it up with gas, is there's fuel vapor in the tank and there's fuel vapor in the canister, and you fill this tank with fuel and it squeezes that vapor out into the canister and it pushes it up here, and normally it would stop behind a closed valve here, but that valve's wide open. So what it does is all that fuel vapor goes into the intake manifold, and when you go to start it, it's flooded, it's just like having the choke on, you know. It creates an extremely rich condition in the intake manifold, making the engine hard to start. So, okay, so if you fill the tank in your car and it's hard to start, then most likely the problem is the purge solenoid valve here stuck in the open position. So I ordered one, and it'll be here next week. And I'm going to do a follow-up video, and I'm going to take out the old one, and we're going to test it, and we're going to test the new one, and we're going to install it, and we'll reset the codes, and hopefully this problem will be behind us. Anyway, that's all for this week. Hopefully this helps someone. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you again here very soon on Everyday Projects. Bye for now.
Do